talk about them.
Welcome back, everybody. This is episode 2 for the HalfCharged Podcast. I mean, we did one episode and we took a 3-week hiatus. That's because Matt...
We did not... No. We did not take a 3-week hiatus.
That's because Matt was too busy.
No, I was not too busy.
Matt was too busy.
All right, no. Okay, before we get this podcast started, I want you guys to know this guy has a gambling addiction, all right? An absolute gambling addiction. He literally has HP. He's wearing his gambling hat, bro. It's hand pay gang, bro. And he streams. I get it. You get a lot of viewers, but the fact that you can rip hundreds is not okay.
I don't rip the hundreds.
It doesn't matter.
That's my partner.
Do you not watch your friend and look at him and be like, okay, there's my rent for the fucking month, and he hits that shit in like 5 minutes, bro. I'm like, okay, there's my rent for the year.
There's people that are like low key will be like, man, he rips people's salaries in one stream.
Let me
yearly salaries.
Right? Before we get in the meat of the fucking topics, what is the most you've ever seen him rip in a night? I'm not saying winnings. I'm saying how much has he spent?
So in Vegas, when we go for one night, the last time we went was a guy's trip. He ripped through $98,000.
How much?
$98,000.
$98,000. Do you know
that was his playthrough?
Yeah. Do you not know how life-changing that kind of money could be to like poor people like me? Huh?
Yeah. Hey, look, I know.
Okay, and then what does his wife think about it when he went home saying he went through 98,000?
He brought back 30,000 in cash. So I mean, I don't think she cares.
Oh my god, dude! I think my girl would like look at me and tell me like we'd have to consider the consequences before I even think about ripping $100.
Well, I mean, look, here's the thing. So what that playthrough means is you're going through up and downs, right? So you could put $100 in and win like $400, right? So now you have five. So you're sitting there 500. So you're playing through that, and so it's up and down, right? So it's not like he's putting 98,000 through it. Does that make sense?
Rephrase then. What's his biggest loss?
It's
on the top of your head.
I mean, he outside of Vegas, he caps it around 45K per stream. So he doesn't go of his own cash.
Nuts. And you guys do this weekly though.
Yeah.
Fucking weekly.
That's why people are like crazy. But I mean, everyone thinks it's his own money. That's why we don't share the pot or anything.
God. Dude,
that's crazy.
I'm gonna take him out golfing. I'm gonna fucking play skins against him so I can make some of that money because he's obviously got extra to throw around.
Well, I mean, yeah, dude, you can play golf with him, but the thing is, like, he's gonna get you drunk and you're gonna end up losing.
Jesus.
Because when you play and you drink, everyone's gonna have a good shot and everyone's gonna have a bad shot, right? It's like you're gonna net like $10 or $100, whatever you bet a hole. You drink shots, you will. I guarantee you. Nope.
All right, everybody, for all future subscribers who are watching this, just remember in the future we are going to do a meet and greet, and we're going to do it at a fucking golf course, and I'm going to prove this theory wrong, all right? I'm going to drink every hole, a shot of hole, fireball, whatever the fuck they want to give me, a soju shot. No, a soju shot, a Somek, whatever you want to give me, and I promise you, I'm walking home with at least a band, all right? From all these fucking Asian people with all this money. I don't know, I'm in the wrong Asian family. I'm telling you, bro.
Listen, you think you can take 10 shots and hit it straight?
I think I could take 20 and hit it straight. Yes, all my life. You think I've been playing for 20 plus years and I can't hit a straight ball?
It doesn't matter if you play for 20 plus years. You get toasted and wasted. You're not hitting straight,
bro. In the military, we're taught to drink and play. Come on, and not.
You didn't even drink until you came back from the military.
Doesn't matter. I'm just saying in general.
This man acts like, oh, I was drinking heavy in the military. This man said he didn't even drink until after he came back from his last. When did you come back? It's been about a year and a half, right?
It's been about a year and a half. Yep.
Yeah, his last deployment. Because I asked him, I was like, "Do you drink?" He said, "No, I don't drink." And now he's saying he can rip through shots. Oh my goodness!
Boy, I'm an alcoholic. Let's talk about alcohol. All right. So I'm actually new to fucking drinking. Like I really am. Right, I've drank soju because my parents. I've drank Solmek. I've drank all these like simple stuff.
I did not drinking.
Like I love Jack and Coke because it's just simple and it works. But
that's terrible.
I did not know Jack and Coke has their own can of drinks
called
Jack and Coke.
Yeah,
and they have a cherry Jack and Coke. They have a vanilla Jack and Coke. They have a regular Jack and Coke. They even have like watermelon and fruit punch and all these other, and they're fucking phenomenal.
They made them for you Gen Zers, like High Noons, Trulies, and White Claws, or
I've never tried any of those though. No, okay, no, actually, I tried a White Claw. White Claw tastes like
It's not
piss.
good.
I don't know how people can drink that.
High Noon's pretty good. If you want to try vodka, I would try High Noon. I would try Ranch Waters.
High Noon.
High Noon's pretty good.
I will get a
But like
taste of
Jack
them
and
time.
Coke, no. Listen, you're getting chubby. You're not getting younger. You need to stick to vodka and soda.
Why?
So just do High Noons because there's no carbs in it. There's low sugar. And it tastes good. I'm trying. I'm telling you now. Get a High Noon watermelon.
So next
get a High
podcast,
Noon watermelon.
remind me of this High Noon stuff, and then I'll give you a fucking review. All right, a legit
Get
like
High Noon watermelon.
0 to 10 review, bro.
Get a high, but like yeah. So on our stream, we drink double Tito's and club soda, just straight club soda, limes in it. That's it.
What is club soda? Is that just soda?
Just soda water, yeah.
Oh, I see. I don't know this lingo, bro. I just call it soda.
Exactly. Listen, you still need to make that shirt, by the way.
And I'm from the South, bro. We call it pop. What shirt?
You're not from the South.
I was born and raised in Mississippi, bro.
You know, pop's a Midwest term. Yes, go look it up. I'll give you a second to go look it up.
No, it's not, bro. Shut up.
It's Midwestern.
Is pop a Southern term or a Midwestern term? All right, we're using fucking Google AI, bro. Pop is it's a Northern and Midwestern term. All right,
You're
guys,
welcome.
so obviously I've been lied to my entire fucking life. Oh,
You're welcome.
my God. And down south, they just call it Coke. Y'all are weird, bro.
Yes.
All
No,
right?
we don't call it Coke. I call it soda. I mean, I'm also from Northeast, so we called it. Actually, I don't know what that. I call it soda.
In South America, they call anything that's a carbonated drink Coke because of the brand.
That you know what a lot of people do because what's the biggest global brand of soda? Coca-Cola.
Coca-Cola.
Everywhere in America, everywhere in the world.
They own everything. Did you go to the Coke Museum out in Atlanta?
No,
Dude, they have a
but
Coke Museum in Atlanta,
Coke
Georgia.
does own everything. I mean,
They
Coke
own
owns,
every fucking drink out there.
and they're all terrible drinks.
They own half, and then the other
They
half
do.
is owned by Pepsi, bro. Like
Yep.
they own Minute Maid. They own all these fucking brands that we all know.
Yep, they
Holy
sure
shit.
do. But
All right,
yeah,
sorry.
so no. That's a good topic of discussion because I mean, you know, I'm telling you, man, drinking Jack and Coke that's like what I drank when I was 18 years old because I didn't know what else to drink. That's you. You're a Gen Zer. You're a Gen Zer. So.
Okay, let's do this. So we got High Noon from you. All right. So if anybody comments, I want a few comments about what I should try. All right, and I will make thorough reviews and I'll bring them back. And I'll bring the empty cans so you guys know I've drank them. Put them on stream. All right.
No, you're gonna drink on stream, and then we're gonna do a stream where we test, and then I'm assuming you don't drink beer because you got no.
No. I drink beer. I drink beer. So my first beer, all right, was Budweiser, and I thought I was gonna throw up. Disgusting.
Okay, Budweiser. I mean, okay, fair enough.
And then what was the other one? Bud Light.
Bud Light's water.
It tastes like piss. All right, but
Water.
I've had all the Korean ones. I've had Height. I've had Koss. I've had
Koss is pretty
Terra. Terra's pretty
Terra's
good.
okay.
Terra's clean. It's very crisp. It's not like very flavorful, but it's very crisp. But it's a good mixture. It's a good mixture drink. I think.
For stomach.
Yeah.
But listen, and Somek, for all you guys don't know, it's just basically a shot of soju and mixing with beer or whatever. However, some people put half and half. I mean, it's your whatever floats your boat, right? No, but beer. I mean, I used to be a big beer drinker, but I mean, it's like don't get me wrong. On a hot day, which it's a freaking scorcher, which we're going to talk about soon. A cold beer, it hits a spot. But I'm telling you, like my wife doesn't like to drink, and she will pound some High Noons, and so I tell you, get some High Noons. Watermelon's pretty good, so check that one out. But yeah, but a cold beer on some days, man, it really does hit the spot.
All right.
I'm not a beer snob, so I can't tell you. I mean, I can drink Michelob Ultra and say it's refreshing because it's just cold, but it is water. I'm pretty sure Coke probably owns Michelob soon, but yeah. Speaking of the heat, I think you guys are cooling down. You're bringing the heat down here. Because I have a coworker that lives in Illinois, and she said it's getting cooler this week. Bro, we're sitting average 102 the rest of the way until end of
But
August.
is it a dry heat or is it, dude? It's humid.
It's
as
both.
fuck up here.
No, it's both here.
The amount of rain we've had, like even though it's cooling down, like it's 80, but it feels like 94. Like
I'll tell you
it's
what it
so
is.
humid.
I'll tell you
And
what
it's
it
dense,
is.
bro.
I will tell you what it is. Okay, so right now it's 91 degrees at 9:12 p.m. With a 52% humidity. And so we're about 50%.
Yeah, you know what's crazy though is like even with all this like heat and humidity, I think the best way to dictate if it's hot, in the U.S. is we just gotta have the World Cup here every fucking year, because watching all of them pass out and die.
I agree.
But what's funny is before they come here, they're like, "Oh, America's not that bad. It's not that hot. It doesn't get that cold." And then they get here and they're like, "Fuck, dude,
bro,
like,
those people that
more.
were walking from the train stations, bus stations that dropped off at AT&T Stadium, which is in Dallas, they were like sweating bricks. And then the first thing that a lot of the videos are posted like, this is like brilliant, as the British would say, as they would walk out from heat and they open the door to a 72-degree weather state, air conditioned stadium, and they're like, "What the hell is this?" And that's how America has to survive. And yeah, I do think the World Cup should always be in America. I mean, I think they had a blast. Does America overcharge? Hell yeah.
Yeah, we do.
I mean, it does suck for them. Because I mean, I and this is going to be a segue to the Argentina-Spain game that we're going to discuss in a second. That some of the teams had to travel like all over the states, even Mexico, and I think they were on buses. Some of the more teams that had more money flew on planes, but that's the one thing I guess that sucks because like America's and obviously the Europeans figured it out. Oh my God, I saw a lot of videos like, this is why Americans don't leave America, because the United States of America is huge. You have diversified cultures everywhere. You can go to the beach, You can go to the mountains, you can go to crazy canyons, crazy Ozarks, everything. We have it here. There's no reason for us to travel. I mean,
we literally have states that are the size of countries or even bigger. Like people are like,
absolutely.
Oh, in Europe they have like 20 or 30 fucking countries, and they come to the US like, oh, it's just America, it's the same. And then they realize like every fucking state line is a different kind of dialect of English, right? And it's just different from everything from the land to the views to the skies to like everything is absolutely different.
Skies,
and
for
it's
sure.
nuts.
And one of the biggest things that people realized was like everyone's used to looking at LA and New York City. But when they started venturing out of it, going to like to the south, to go to Miami, Atlanta, Dallas,
even if you don't go to the cities, there's so much to explore. Like people, it's funny because people over there only see the cities, and that's all they think we have. But they don't realize how many like small like counties and everything else that we have that just have a bunch of stuff to find, and it's crazy.
Yeah. And these small towns with these little downtowns, they were like amazing. Like, this is from the movies. Not to mention they thought the yellow buses were fake. The school buses.
No, they did not.
I kid you not. I want to pull up a clip, but people were going crazy when they saw that. Let's see. I'm trying to see if I can.
I think our yellow school buses are going away. I think we're going to like a blue or more economical color. I'm pretty sure.
I think yellow is best because it's kind of outside of red. It kind of just stands out. Like you can see
and then it's like, okay, there's kids, or something, right? So you got to be safer.
It's crazy.
But no, it is crazy how much they've come here, they've had their opinions, they've had their views, and they come here and they leave happy. It is nuts. And then you know what? Like compared to everybody else, I think U.S. is the place where we should host everything.
Yeah. Oh man, I gotta look on TikTok. I can't find it. Hold on, the volume. I go on this.
Or not.
Oh, excuse me.
Bless you.
All right, let's see. Oh, good lord.
No, but I feel like everything's better here because we have a capitalist country. Like, have you seen? Do you remember the Winter Olympics? And they were all sleeping on like the cardboard beds.
All right, here's the video. I don't know if you can hear it.
What do you got it on?
Post it on TikTok. Hold on. How do I switch to a screen on this?
I'm waiting.
Layouts. I know. Man. Let's see if I can show this real quick. All right, here we go. I'm going to take the comments away, though. It don't matter.
Yo, my girl's in the back. Hey, Autumn. Have you ever had High Noon? The beer? All right, we need to get a case of High Noon now. All right, we got to try it, though. It's been recommended.
All right, let me see if you can see. Can you see the screen?
Yeah, we're live.
Can you see the screen real quick? Look. Can you see that,
I can see
Matt?
the screen.
Listen to this. Watch this. Rewind.
Shut up, bro.
Hold on, let me put the volume up. Hold on. Where's the volume? Okay, here you go.
Oh my god, can you make a picture of me? Why? Wait. Because of what? It's a yellow school bus, like from the American movies. Oh, okay. You know who's taken it? Miley Cyrus and Hannah Montana. Oh. All people from High School Musical, I'm sure. And all Americans. Yeah. I never believed what I saw. Yes, like yellow. Yes, High School Musical, right?
I think she's trolling, but there's a lot of these.
She's exaggerating. I bet you.
No. There really are. I've literally seen them, and they go there and take pictures of it. It's crazy.
Everything in her comment section is Russian. She's got to be Russian. Or is that Slavic?
Possibly. Slavic, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's just like they think it's only in the movies, and I'm like, which is crazy because in the summertime you don't see that many yellow school buses. So when they find them, they go like, oh my god, they think it's a freaking unicorn, and they go crazy. So I mean, like, it's
Yeah, but they have school buses over there. Like I said,
it's not yellow.
Yeah, but I grew up in Korea and in Germany.
Korea doesn't have yellow school buses. Germany doesn't have either.
I know. They're just normal buses, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Everyone's shocked because they see, obviously, what's the biggest producer of entertainment is America in terms of movies, right? And when you see these shows and movies, they see these yellow buses. They're like, it's got to be just for a show. But when they came here, is that what's it called?
Yorkie.
It's a Yorkie. I had a Yorkie. Our Yorkie passed away though. So yeah, it's crazy. It is incredibly crazy what people when they came to America saw. So. But yeah,
that's crazy. That's something you never think about, though.
Absolutely. Like when I go to a new country, when I go overseas, like that's not, no. I guess I could think of it, like same thing with a lot of people who watch K-drama. They go to Korea expecting that it's not there. Some of it's not there. Some of it is there.
Hear me out. From K-drama, every person I know that watches K-drama and they're like big fanatics and they're not Korean and go to Korea, they don't realize that they talk the same fucking way over there that they do on TV. Like they are very dramatic with how they talk and they enunciate all the words and everything.
I mean, it's the language. I mean,
and
it's like American.
Okay,
American
get away from the language. Why are they so passive aggressive in everything they say, huh?
Because they're freaking angry people, man. They're freaking angry people. They're I don't know why they're angry. Speaking of which, I don't know if you noticed, I guess maybe 3 days ago, they had the hugest margin call. Meaning, so one out of 30 people lost all their money in the Korean stock market. Supposedly it crashed. I don't have the details because I'm not into stocks anymore, but they do what's called, they bet on, they trade stock on margin, meaning they bet, they get loans from the bank to do all their stock trading. So they're highly leveraged, and now that it crashed and they lost all the money, they have to pay that back. So one of the stuff that America, the SEC kind of went away with is naked short selling, because a lot of people were doing the same thing. This happened, I don't know when they stopped doing that, but naked short selling was getting in on margin and basically betting against the market. And a lot of people lost money, so they kind of banned that. So yeah, Korea's in shambles. Yeah, Korea's in shambles.
60 trillion won. That's $40.5 billion. And Korea's not even
out.
I know, and Korea's not even a trillion dollar company or like country.
GDP.
You know what I mean?
That's
nuts.
Wiped out. So I mean, I don't know what's going to happen, dude. They're going. I mean, banks are going to be trying to collect. I mean, dude, it can be an economic collapse over there.
I know, but they've got a lot of issues, bro. You know how many presidents they've been through in Korea?
Oh, no. I mean, it's, they're going for democracy, so it is.
The way it is. And it should be that way. It should be that way.
I mean, listen, some of those prior presidents sucked, so I don't know. I don't really follow it all that much. My parents tried to get me involved, but I don't really care for it. I don't live in Korea. I visited Korea with my wife. I like it. I love the food. I love the culture.
Do your parents live in Korea?
No. My mom's in Korea right now.
Yeah, they live here. She visits like frequently, or they do.
But yeah, she came back. She was gone for like 19 months and came back for like 3 months and went back. But yeah, my dad doesn't like it there because playing golf is hard as hell because they don't have that much land, so it's hard to get tee times. It's expensive as hell. I mean, America has a crap ton is. You can play golf anywhere.
Well, your dad's a big golfer?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Which is another thing that I wanted to talk about. because we have a friend who started. You know, when we were talking about, oh, you should go check out your swing, go to one of those simulations.
Yeah.
My HPG partner, someone asked him, hey, what do you think if I do this concept of, you know, kind of like a Topgolf, right? But indoors, more of a relaxation. And he was like, it's not going to work in Texas because Topgolf in Texas is kind of failing too. Because most people who want to play golf would rather go play golf. You know, like, and I was telling my wife, like, one of my favorite things, and I think a lot of golfers say too, is like, you know, let's say you have a 6 a.m. tee time, right? And you go out there, a fresh cut mow lawn, the smell of that is like one of my favorite smells in the world.
The dew point. Like, no, it's not even that. It's just like that feel of like actually watching the ball fly after you hit it.
Well, not just, I'm just saying, like, just being out there, it can be windy, it can be hot, just being out on the golf course. It's something that people don't, like, they just don't realize they have, you know, that America gives you. Don't get me wrong, there's plenty of beautiful courses in other countries, but America does too. You know, the PGA plays on a lot of great courses, but, you know, that's, you know, one of the perks of being in America.
About the business. Tell me more, like, about the business plan that he had.
No, it's not his. He told this person not to do it, but they already opened the shop. I don't know if they're doing well. We did go on a soft opening. We drank and we played simulation golf. You know, it's.
Thanks for the invite. I would have showed up.
No, you wouldn't have. It wasn't worth it. And they close at 10 p.m. And they want to be like a social place. I was like, you can't close at 10 p.m. on a Friday.
So did I ever tell you about the golf idea that I try to pitch?
No.
That's actually a thing now, and it's really popular. It's a fully automated, like, no employees, nothing golf sim. So it's like you have a code lock. When someone pays for the time, it gives them the code, and then you can unlock the door, and you go in, and it literally has like a little bar that you can make your own stuff, like a ramen bar. And it has its own like vending machine for drinks, right? And then you pay for the hour. But pretty much it's like you get your own room and your own sim. And everything's locked up, obviously, right? And someone already took the idea, and now they're reselling the idea, and they're making a franchise out of it. But it's a phenomenal idea where you literally all have to do is go in the middle of the night or whenever someone's not playing, because it's 24 hours now, right? So when someone's not playing, you go in, you do a little cleaning, a little bit of pickup, take out the trash, stuff like that. And then when people sign up to do the golf sim, right, for the hour, 2, 3, 4 hours, whatever, they have to sign a clause, you know, for damages and stuff like that, like an insurance
for
clause.
sure, because that's
but
that's
the
liability.
Really cheap. Because that's the problem with Topgolf is people love Topgolf. I think it's a great idea, but it's so fucking expensive that people don't want to go out and spend $100+ for a small, you know, 2 hours of golf.
Yep.
So,
I actually don't like Topgolf. A's because
me neither.
It's like simulation golf. Just if I had one in my house, I would love to do it, but it's not even that. I'd rather just, like I said, I want to be able to touch the grass outside.
Yeah. Would you ever buy your own golf course in the future?
If I had the money, no. Because actually, we do know somebody who owned their own golf course, and they sold it because it was losing a shit ton of money because the maintenance is unreal.
Yeah, the upkeep and everything, the keep the greens, everything.
Everything.
Yeah. Water, right?
I mean, there's reasons why some of the great golf courses are about $150 per person, right?
Per person.
Because it's not because they want to charge that much. It's because you go there, the greens are perfectly green, your roughs are perfectly roughed, and then your fairways are clean because they pay that much money.
I thought you were gonna say the fairways are perfectly fairways.
No. They're maintained because, like, and then if you go to the places where it's $20. You could see why it's $20.
Yeah. Divots aren't taken care of. Things aren't taken care of.
Divots are definitely not
taken
care of.
Dry spots, stuff like that.
Dry spots.
Yeah.
Even the greens on it's just And so I get it. Especially with the water fees. I can see it being very expensive, and as much as I wanted. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like I about 5 years ago, the golf club next to my parents' house, we were paying $35 per person with a cart. Now it's $60.
Yeah. I mean, even a bucket of balls have changed, right? It used to be $10 for like a full size. Now it's like $20, $25, $30 for a full size bucket.
Exactly. I actually went to go practice the other day close to my neighborhood. It's $23 for a large bucket.
That is ridiculous. Should never be that way.
Yep. And then I go this. So when I visit my in-laws, I also go practice. But sometimes they, obviously there's a lot of newbies in that area. You gotta let the grass regrow. So they put you on those mats sometimes.
Yep.
And I hate mats.
I hate hitting off the mats. It's not accurate either. You can hit under the ball and it bounces, right?
Well, the thing is, like, people are like, "Oh, I hit so good on mat." When they go to the golf course, they're like, "Why am I hitting divots so much?" Because you slide. It lets you slide and hit it. I mean,
or the rubber will make it bounce, right? So it looks like it's doing a lot better than it should.
Yeah. So I mean, and I get it to first start out. If you learn indoors, it's perfect. But until you go out there, and first of all, what golf course is going to be perfectly flat every single time you hit it?
No, none of them.
Not even the tee box is perfectly flat.
No, they should be actually. That's
no,
a hot
but
take.
no, because isn't the tee box one side could potentially help you with your fade, the other side can help you with your
I think if you're a skilled player, like all tee boxes should be perfectly level, and then if you're able to play a fade or play a cut, like you should be able to just do it naturally through your swing.
But if you look at even the PGA Tour, like even every single par threes, for instance, because they use irons, and you'll see them hit the grass, right? Everyone plays in that same exact area,
like that little narrow spot.
Yeah. I mean, it because they know that ground is not perfectly even, and it's natural landscape. You can't make it perfectly even, and so there's cons and pros, and so like I remember when I first tried out there after learning golf, it was hard as hell. It was hard as hell, and not to keep talking about golf, but great sport if you have money. Do want my daughters to play, but it is what it is. But anyways, so let's go on to everyone's favorite topic. The World Cup has finally ended. It's sad. My work productivity was so bad during the World Cup, because especially when the group stages, when there's games every 2 hours. I'm a big Messi fan. Kind of happy that they didn't win. Kind of happy that the refs didn't take it, and my goodness, they just got dominated. I don't think you watched it because you don't watch soccer, but they got dominated. Pretty much, Argentina couldn't even shoot. They didn't even have a chance to shoot a goal. Like, they couldn't even kick a shot at the goal. They had 0 shots on the goal, which is incredible. But I was telling my wife why this one's kind of sad is because she was like, "You don't watch soccer that much." I don't, but I do watch World Cups, and it is the end of the era with Ronaldo, Neymar, Messi. I think we talked about this last time, and but there's a lot of upcoming stars. Like someone who I actually really like watching right now is Erling Haaland. He's crazy striker for Norway.
I know, and it's driving me nuts. His song is so catchy.
His song is so. I'm going to find that song. Jesus, his song is crazy. You're right.
Song is ridiculous. Whoever made that song is a G, because that shit went more viral than anything else.
Yes, it is. Here it is. Hold on, I gotta show you. This is a weird video. I don't want to do that. He's topless on that one. All right, here we go. I'm about to share the screen. They even people even have the lyrics for this. Here we go.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and I found out that someone tried to really hurt his dad, and it was a career-ending injury, and so that's why he's not playing for England or Manchester United. So he plays for Man City, and he's got the Golden Boot, and they won the championship. His teammate was from Spain, and they won the World Cup. So his teammate literally got every accolades possible.
Oh, I didn't even know Haaland's dad was World Cup famous too.
Yeah,
that's crazy. So he comes from
26 years ago.
Yeah, he comes from a history of it.
Yeah,
that's nuts.
I mean, yeah. So, yeah, it is sad it's come to an end. It's really because outside of golf, there's really nothing to watch in the summer for any U.S. sports fan, because most U.S. sports fans watch American football, basketball, and hockey. Baseball is I can't watch baseball. I will go to a ballpark and watch baseball, but I cannot watch it on TV.
No. Talk to anybody who actually likes baseball and stuff. Like, there's a very few fans that actually watch it. Most of them tell you about the drinks they had and the food they ate. Honestly,
well, that's why I go for it, dude. Their food's amazing. Like, you go to the Texas Rangers and their food's amazing.
Yeah, you go out there,
you
eat
get
some
those
food,
big ass
talk to some
foot long, hot dogs and drink beer. Outside of that, I mean, I'm not a big baseball fan, but it is sad that the summer's over. So she's interrupting.
Someone's banging on my window outside, bro.
Do you need to go for a second?
Give me like 2 seconds.
Okay. Well, yeah. While he does that. So I mean, Spain got just straight dominate Argentina. I mean, I told my wife, a lot of people knew Spain. A lot of people doubted Spain. I didn't. If you watch all their games, they will attack, defend. I mean, Argentina couldn't even break loose. So that they had the right plan to dominate, and they dominated from the beginning to get go. I mean, there's no ifs, ands, or buts. But yeah, we'll wait for them to get back. I guess another thing I did want to talk about is Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey. And so the biggest thing about The Odyssey was people are saying, oh, they casted the worst the worst people. I think Elliot Page was Achilles. I don't remember the lady's name who played Helena Troy. I apologize. I don't have it up with me. But hey, I think it's surpassing all other box offices right now. Let's look that up. Odyssey box office so far. So far it has grossed $281.6 million. That is massive, considering that all those people were saying that they were going to boycott it. But a lot of people don't realize the Odyssey is not about Achilles, and that's just a smart part of it. It's about Odyssey. It's about what's his name? It's about Odysseus trying to make his way home, going through the sirens. Everyone's knows this story. I mean, this story is 3,000 years old. If you haven't read this or some kind of version of it while you're in school, then it depends on where you went to school. But I do remember reading the school. There's been plenty of movies about the Odyssey. It's a very good folklore tale. So But Achilles was a small part of it, and it's all about really Odysseus, played by Matt Damon, trying to get home. And obviously I have not seen it, but it looks like it. I mean, IMDb has it at 8.4. I was watching it through TikTok, and people were like raving about it. All the people who were so-called quote unquote that they were going to boycott it. They watched it and they were proved wrong. I mean, it's just, Christopher Nolan's good. So he knew how to rage bait people with what happened. But I mean, it seems like I think the only thing bad that they talked about was how he shot the movie was for IMAX, and there's not that many IMAXs in even in the world. So I think there's only like 43. I could be wrong. But he shot it for the IMAX theater. So when it comes to Netflix or wherever it goes, or to the normal screens, it's just not going to look good. So that's one thing that I kind of thought he did not do right. But, I mean, it is what it is. But, a lot of people are saying it's a very good movie. I do want to check it out. I do have an IMAX by me, but I don't want to pay $80 a ticket. So, I am looking forward to it. I definitely was not a fan of Elliot Page being Achilles, but I heard it's a very small part, But hey, Christopher Nolan knows what he's doing. Okay, good segue from that. Okay, what else was on our agenda today? The Canadian wildfires. Man, Ontario, Canada. Supposedly, on my stream, I was hearing a lot of the Northeast people saying that their air quality is really bad. Actually, you know what's even crazier? I did see this one clip where at the eye of the fire, the air quality was like 360, which is really bad. And then someone showed an air quality of some place in India. I forgot where it was, and their air quality was 499. So that's crazy, just how bad the pollution can be in India. But yeah, just because if you're in the middle of a firestorm, everything's red and smoke. It hurts to breathe. You got to wear a mask. I mean, it just yeah, it hurts to breathe. You just got to get out there. And I know people even in the Northwest is complaining about how bad it was, and it's just terrible. It is just terrible. All right, let's see. Hold on. So to go to. So I think another thing I wanted to talk about. Let me share screen while he's still away. Oh, this Ryan Clark thing is pretty crazy. And so Ryan Clark apparently got fired while he was on a segment by ESPN. I'm not too familiar with. I've heard him before. He was an ex-player. Not too familiar because I don't really watch that much ESPN anymore. Not during this time. But man, that's crazy. What else is trending? My boy Joe Rogan, great podcaster. If you haven't checked that out, man, something must have really happened at this place. He's not getting it back on. Yeah, that's crazy. I guess they're doing layoffs. Roger is the first Premier League player to win both World Cup and Premier League. He actually got the golden ball, which is crazy. Yeah, look at that. Argentina, I mean, like this, they didn't show this on the camera, but they were literally brawling out there. My goodness. That is just disgusting. By the way, the goalkeeper played fantastic until the last goal. I mean, fantastic. You couldn't even ask for better. Everything's just World Cup now. We're getting to basketball and football's American football's about to get rolling. Man, man, oh man. All right, I don't know where he is. Wow. First of all, going back to Christopher Nolan's Odyssey, he insisted on filming with zero CGI. So I haven't seen the movie, so apparently there's zero CGI in there. Um, Zendaya and Tom Holland shot their scenes in the real active volcano crater. That's crazy. The score include. Okay, never mind. Let's see. Man, he's still not bad. All right, let's see. Well, actually, I'm going to text him, see if he's okay. I mean, we're at the half hour. You know. All right, I think we're going to end it. Appreciate you guys joining. I think something really happened. This is kind of an unfortunate event that happened at his store. That's where he does his podcast. I'm at my house. He does it at his work. It's patriotprintingllc.com for any printing needs for custom tees, stickers, embroidered banners, and gang sheets. So he does all of that. He does it for for Handpick Gang. So appreciate you guys joining. Apologize that I ran short, but we will be back for episode 3 later this week. Thank you guys. Make sure to hit that subscribe button.